On May 16th, 2017, Treyarch released Zombies Chronicles for Call of Duty Black Ops 3. This was the 5th DLC for the game and included 8 remastered Zombies maps, including Noctur on Toten, Verrucht, Shinonuma, Kino der Toten, Ascension, Shangri-La, Moon, and Origins. This DLC broke records across the board and was the most sold DLC at that point on the PlayStation Store. Chronicles was amazing and really kept BO3 alive way past its life cycle. But there is this one map in this DLC that just really doesn't get noticed. With one of the lowest player counts in all of BO3 and being considered the least played map in all of Zombies Chronicles, we have Shinonuma. But why is that? Well, that's what we're going to find out today. So, welcome everyone to Shinonuma on Black Ops 3. We're playing with the Zombies Plus mod today, just so it's not completely boring. But that is one of the things that I want to talk about when it comes to this map. So I did a little bit of research before I started playing, just to see what other people thought about Chronicles and just how some of these maps just weren't as good as the others. And when you look up the least played Zombies map in Zombies Chronicles, most people agree that it is Shinonuma. But I was always curious about why it was. My first thought was just that most people didn't want to play it because when it comes to high rounds, it's like the World at War version is always going to be better. Because with Black Ops 3, you can only get to round 256, and when you're on World at War, you can get to round 10,000 plus. And a lot of that is just because there's only a 23 zombies around cap. No point in time will there ever be more than 23 zombies around in World at War Shinonuma. And from what I've seen other people talk about, they just think it's very boring and repetitive, which I can agree with that. Which I feel like that's a World at War map problem. I mean, they really couldn't help that. I mean, you're remastering maps that were made in 2008 and 2009. There's really not much more you can do to them, but I can see where people would complain about that. And I see also where a lot of people say that there's just really no challenge to it. That is, it's the easiest map in Zombies Chronicles, which especially when you use the Black Ops 3 engine where you have things like Gobblegum and you have all these more overpowered weapons and the double pack-a-punch and just the Gobblegums you can use to have those guns double pack-a-punch. I can see where this is super easy. Compared to the other World at War maps, including Verrucht and Noct, those are very tight-quartered maps. Like, you can only go so far in those maps. All right, finally, we got Perkaholic. Jeez. So, if I were to play a World at War map as a challenge on BO3, Shinonuma would not be that map. I would personally rather play Verrucht or play Noct. And for the high round people, they just see it as a boring strategy. I've never really went for high rounds on Shinonuma. I think this is probably the least played map that I have on Black Ops 3. If I were to go onto my PlayStation and look at the rounds that I've had totally played on this map, I'm sure it's very low. And that's just because there was no reason to play it. By that point in time, I had already had World at War and Black Ops 1 on console and on PC. So if I wanted to play Shinonuma, this was not what I was going to play it on. I guess we could finally get out of the starting room now. All right, well, let's go ahead and hit the box. And once again, this is another thing that I saw that people were upset about, was the fact that there is no unique guns in the box. Every single gun in here is just pretty much the same thing that's in every other Chronicles map. Which, I mean, it would make sense. I mean, like, what other guns are they going to put in here? But it doesn't have its own, like, unique wonder weapon. It doesn't have any of the unique wonder weapons that were in maps like Zetsubo with the Razorback or the Marshals. And all it has is the Wunderwaffe, which I know the Wunderwaffe was introduced in Shino, but you'd think that they'd want to add some kind of new weapons. The guns that I did get are not really that good either, so I guess that does something. And the only reason that this map has Pack-a-Punch is because I have a mod on it, and the regular one does not have Pack-a-Punch on it either. And older players, they can understand that. I mean, there was no Pack-a-Punch in the original Shinonuma, but this is in an updated game. This is in a game where the zombies are a lot stronger than they used to be, so you really need those Pack-a-Punch guns to just progress through rounds. So there's a lot of problems that people seem to have with Shinonuma on Black Ops 3, and I think that every single one of them is justified. This is not a map that I've played very much or really even care to come back and play. The only time that I ever see people playing this map is if they're doing challenges, such as gun game challenges with custom zombies. Man, I cannot get the Wunderwaffe. And then the mud too. The mud is very slow. You can barely even run. Even with stamina up, I can barely move in this mud. And we always complained about Origins mud, but I don't feel like Origins is near as bad as the Shinonuma mud is. So yeah, that just seems to be the problems that the internet and Reddit and Twitter have with this map, which I know it's not a very reliable source, but I mean, it's all things that I can understand. So I do have a question for you guys. What is your favorite version of Shinonuma? It can be any of them. It can be the World at War. You might like the original. Black Ops 1. I've seen some people that really do like the Black Ops 1 version of Shinonuma. You could like this one. I don't know. I don't know. You just let me know in the comments if this is your favorite. Or you could be the weirdo that likes the COD mobile version of Shinonuma, which I might need to go and play for a video because it's been so long since I've played that, and I heard it's actually like really fun. Or like me, I personally think that the Vanguard version of Shinonuma is probably my favorite. I mean, sure, World at War is better for high rounds, but when you're just thinking of a well-together put zombies map, I prefer the Vanguard one. And I don't know if that's considered a hot take or not, but I like it. I really want to get the Wunderwaffe. It's like literally the only thing that's useful. Not again. So yeah, just let me know in the comments below which version of Shinonuma is your favorite. But yeah, like I said, Vanguard is honestly my favorite version of this map. So that's pretty much just what the internet says about the map. So I have a couple personal things and pros and cons of how I feel. One pro that I do have is the fact that you have Gobblegum. I think that is one way that you can really make the map at least just a little bit different from the original. Being able to just walk up to a Gobblegum machine and get an fire sales or a perkaholic or anything like that is just really cool. Speaking of fire sale, that is what we're going to do right now. We are going to try to best to just get the Wunderwaffe. All right, let's go. I'm just going to keep trading out whatever this slot is. I hope it's not my mule kick. Ew. Oh, we did get the PPSH. I guess I'll take it. I really still have not got it yet. This is so sad. I've got the I started with the Pharaoh and I've ended with the Pharaoh. This is so sad. That's crazy. I went through that many freaking immolations and did not get the Wunderwaffe once, and now we got the teddy bear. That's great. Guess we'll just go ahead and go another way and just open all the doors. Dude, what is it with me getting the Pharaoh every time? Is it been patched? Is there been a fix? Dude, what is going on? I think that is like the 5th time I've got the freaking Pharaoh and another teddy bear. Jeez. But yeah, I think the Gobblegum are great. I think it's a great addition to the game, the map. I think it just makes it at least a little bit more fun. My second pro is that I think the map looks really good. I think it's a lot better graphically than the World at War and BO1 version. Not to say that I prefer it, but I do think it looks better. And for my last pro, I think this is honestly a better co-op experience for Shinonuma compared to the other Shinonumas. I have friends who play zombies very casually, and the World at War style maps are the ones that they really like. And just because World at War and BO1 servers are just absolutely atrocious on a console, they would just rather play BO3 Shinonuma. So normally, if I'm ever playing zombies with friends, this is usually the type of map that we're playing. So as a co-op experience, I can see how this is a lot better than the other versions. Well, those are my pros, and I do have a little bit more cons. And personally for me, I think the lack of bugs and glitches, such as like God mode glitches or out of the map glitches, I think stuff like that just really gave the map personality. And I guess you could also consider the 23 zombies around cap as a glitch. I don't know. Some people consider it a glitch because it is kind of ridiculous. It was something that they had to fix in Doris, so it obviously they did not intend for people to get crazy high rounds like they have been. And I'm a part of one of the people that think that the map not having its own unique wonder weapon or just a different wonder weapon than just the Wunderwaffe, I just think it kind of makes the map a little bit not as interesting. Because, I mean, they put the Wunderwaffe in Verrückt, which Verrückt never really had a really good wonder weapon in it besides the ray gun or the Winter's Howl. So, putting the Wunderwaffe in that map really just made it easier to get high rounds and gave it a little bit more reason to play it. Alright, we have a fire sale. I'm going to see if I can freaking get the Wunderwaffe now. Well, we got the ray gun. Really don't need that. And we ended with the 48 dredge. That is gross. But yeah, there's the pack-a-punch for Shinonuma on BO3. Like I said, it's just with a mod. You cannot normally pack-a-punch on Shinonuma. I also just think the map is very boring. The high rounds are boring. It's round 15 and I'm already pretty bored. And I'm also somebody who really thinks that the swamp sucks. I think compared to the other versions of Shinonuma, this is the worst swamp ever. It is super slow, super sluggish. Like I said, I don't think Origins on BO3 even had the mud that was this bad. We got another fire sale. Maybe we can try one more time. Another freaking sniper. I cannot get this damn Wonderwall off. Well, I guess I'm just gonna pack a bunch of PPSH and get something. So, yeah, that's pretty much just how I feel about the map. I don't think it's great. I've never really been a fan of it, and I don't feel a reason to ever play it. If I am gonna play Shinonuma, it's not going to be BO3, and I don't think I'll ever prefer it over any other version. I think it's fun that you can play it with mods like I'm doing right now, and it makes it a little bit different. But if you're just playing the base version of Shinonuma, it's not really anything good. All right, give me immolation. We've got to go get this freaking Wonderwall off. All right, here we go. Come on, please. Oh, no, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. This is bad. I don't know why I can't get this freaking gun. All right, at least I got another Perkaholic, so that's nice. Oh, there it is! Oh my goodness, finally. The only problem is I think it's my mule kick weapon, so that's not good. I should have swapped it with the Man of War. All right, well, let's go ahead and pack a punch it. We'll get the DG2. Can we double pap it? No. That is cool how they've added like a different little pack-a-punch camo on this map. That is really cool. So yeah, now we can pretty much just run around with the Wonderwall, kill all the zombies, and that's pretty much it. And there it is. And that's what it does. You hit them again, and that should kill this entire horde. Actually, it doesn't. I think, yeah, it makes crawlers, which I also think is very stupid. The Wonderwall should not make crawlers, especially the Pack-a-Punched one. I think maybe the Unpacked, maybe it'll make crawlers, but Pack-a-Punched, yeah, I don't know about that. So I guess that could be another con, is that the Wonderwall really just isn't as good as it is in World at War or even BO1. Which I don't understand why. I don't know why they really wanted to nerf a infinite damage wonder weapon, especially since it's the only one that's on the map, but okay. And I can really understand how people say that this is super easy. I've only had one down, and I feel like that really wasn't my fault. I was constantly just sitting there spinning the box, and I just kind of got cornered. Like, I don't think that I would have just died from that. And y'all know how I am with zombies. I'm terrible at the game. So the fact that I've only had one down and I've just casually made it to round 21 this easily, I mean, that says something. I just think they could have made the map better by maybe adding new perks, or old perks technically. I don't know what this is. I think this was like a mod where it's like some kind of Easter egg. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to do it. Or maybe they could have even added something like a shield, a buildable shield. I think something like that would have at least done something for the map. And I get that they were remasters. They're really not supposed to innovate or do anything different. But like I said at the beginning, we are in a different game. This is a more advanced system. I think you have to add something to give people a reason to play it, other than the fact that it's just a nostalgic map. I guess we could try to use the flogger, since I really haven't used it yet. All right, come on, zombies. Which I guess they're not even gonna freaking hit it because of the damn Widow's Wine. Go, 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 go. I do love the flogger, man. The flogger is such a cool trap. Yeah, even just adding maybe a mini Easter egg like how Vanguard did. They created Shinonuma with an Easter egg. Treyarch could have done half of that, and I feel like it would have at least gave Shinonuma something to do. You'd have something to do in the map other than to just survive. Or you could have the option to just do that. I think at least having the option is better than it not being there at all. So, yeah, that's pretty much just my kind of gripes and complaints about Shinonuma on BO3. It's still a good map. It's on BO3. Shinonuma, personally, to me, is a good map. It's just, I have no reason to play this at all. Unless I'm doing a video for it, I don't think I would ever actually go back and just sit down and play this map. But yeah, I'm getting kind of bored. I'm gonna go to round 25 and then just die. All right, well, that's round 25. I'm just gonna let him kill me. Let's go back up to the spawn, and I'm just gonna sit up here. Oh, and I forgot I can exfil. Let's do that. I'm gonna do it here, just because why not? I think it's really cool that they've added mods for stuff like this. I think stuff like this just really keeps BO3 and just zombies in general alive today. I'm just gonna keep spamming the Wonderwall just because I don't need the ammo for it. All right, should be almost done. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. I want to get out of here so I can play another map, a better map. All right, leave the dimension. The cycle is broken. I don't know why the cycle would be broken, but I guess. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's Black Ops 3 Shinonuma. it's okay. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just something quick, something simple. I just wanted to sit down and play a game. Not too much going on. Just kind of talk about how I feel about this map. Let me know down below if you want more videos like this, kind of a little bit more of an analysis about playing certain maps. If you have a map that you want me to do, tell me in the comments and I'll do a little bit of research on it and actually put some effort into making a video. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe down below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Dude, I forgot I've got all this garbage back here. I am so sorry about this trash in the background. I'm gonna go clean. I'll see you guys later.